Thank y'all for joining. Let's have fun and some makeup, you guys. I'm gonna do an inspired-esque, um, an inspired makeup look. Yo! I need some eye cream, and I don't think I have any. We're just gonna use the face base again, but I'm gonna place this under my eyes because we're gonna use concealer, and you always want to make sure your face is primed. When I usually use this Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, I double it with another primer just in case. You never know. And I hope I have it on hand. I try to prepare as much as possible, but here we are. Do I even have it in here? Yes. I'm going in with, and I'm prepping my base first, but we're going to do the eyes first. So I'm going in with the e.l.f. This one is a Power Grip Primer, much like Milk's, but this one has niacinamide in it. I actually love this one better than the original one that they have. I don't know why, but this baby grips, okay? So I'm an oily girl through and through. So I'm just concentrating that where I tend to get like hella oily and where I tend to crease. All right, that's on. I like to do my brows first. So I'm gonna hop into that. Before I get started on my face, I am gonna put the One Size Oil Sucker. You guys, they're not paying me for any of this stuff. I will tag them all. However, if you're an oily girl, holy girl. I know some people, there's some reviews out there that talk shit about it, but we stand for this one right here. The truth. This is the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer. So you guys, when I'm not playing in makeup, I'm a claims adjuster by day, and I don't like it. I don't like my job. So I'm going in with the Gots to Be, this is the brow gel, brow glue. Is it? Yeah, brow glue. Brow and edge gel. I've never used it on my edges, but I do use it on my brows, and I like to brush it against the hairs just so I can maximize getting as much product. And I have some unruly brow hairs, and this stuff actually lays it down. Now, I will say they sell it at Ulta. I don't believe they sell this at Sephora, but I will say that this has some competition. Definitely has some competition. And I am going to create a video about its competitor because the competitor eats this down. Like, it ain't got shit on that. But I like this for everyday use. For everyday use, it works just fine. But if I, was going for an event or if I was using a brow gel on clients, it would be its competitor. That other one eats down. But I'll be creating a video specifically for that product or comparing the two. All right, so I got the gel on. I am going to flatten. I'm going to go ahead and flatten that out with my tweezer, my favorite tweezer. Make sure it's clean. I like to do my eyes first and then my face. But I like this because it flattens it out. And my hairs are coily. So I do appreciate it for that. I'm going to go ahead and carve out my eyebrows using the Maybelline Studio Tattoo. Love this stuff. Again, oily faced girl here. This stays all day. Love that for me. My brows be slipping and sliding all over the damn place. And we don't have time for that. All right, so I'm going in with an angled brush. This is from Kiss. I don't remember where I got this from, but it is what it is. And the reason why I like this product, but it's so drying. It's really drying, but it works, I don't know if I have allergies or if I'm coming down with something, because if I am, I rebuke that. But my nose, it's been tripping and I've been sneezing. All right, I like to carve out. I'll do my right brow first and then I'll do my left brow. My left brow always comes out better than my right brow, which is annoying. But brows, they say brows are sisters, not twins, but they can be twins. Fun fact, I am a twin. Yeah, I'm a twin and I want to have twins. So, like I was saying before, I am a claims adjuster by day. And the content that I would like to push out, which you'll see more of, is to kind of talk about, what I do because I hate it. But I'm not going to be talking about why I hate it or that I hate it. It's just a lot when it comes to being an adjuster. So for those who are interested or want to know or just curious about like that career path, I'm going to be talking more about that. I was in HR, so that's human resources, HR, for 11 years before I transitioned to the insurance industry. And so I don't like it. If anything, I like this. I like doing this. I get real quiet, y'all. I get real quiet when I'm doing my brows, but I love the arts. I love playing in makeup. I've worked on a couple of shoots for some big names, which I don't really have that posted on my I don't have that posted on my channel currently, simply because when you're in those environments, a lot of the time it's like you're constantly going. I'm getting hot, so I'm gonna turn on my AC. Why is it so hot? Why is it so hot, Jesus? Anywho, which is why I wanted to put the mic on. But yeah, so I've been in some pretty awesome rooms, worked with some pretty amazing artists who be calling your girl from time to time, but I'm like, I'm not there. I'm not there to help you. But I've always wanted to be like a celebrity makeup artist. Baby, hell to the no. Nope. It's a lot. It's high pressured and they be moving, and there's some people that are blessed to be in that ministry. That ain't for me. Nope. Hard pass. Hard pass. Because there's just so much going on. You got hair, you got makeup, and they're always moving or on the phone talking. I ain't got time. Now, if they're sleeping, that's one thing. And I'm talking about the celebrity itself. If they're sleeping, that's cool because they're like in place and not moving and grooving. But you have to have like a special skill to like do that. Not that I couldn't do it, but I don't want to do it. You couldn't pay me enough. It's annoying. And then of course, like, they're going in front of like people. They have to look good. So if you mess up, you gotta, pray that you can fix it fast. Just like my brothers from the motherland be saying, the pressure is getting worse and worse. All right, so I'm filling in now. This is my favorite part. I'm not worried about how dark this is. By the time we're done with the rest of the face, it won't be as dark. And when I'm doing other people's brows, this shit, it gives me anxiety. It gives me anxiety because some people don't have brows, y'all. You really have to like paint that sucker on. Some people don't have brows. And it's like, and then, well, you probably don't know, but when you take a look at your brows, like one brow can be fuller than the other one. And the reason why I don't have any brows, I used to thread them like when I was growing up. I used to thread them like threading is amazing, but the problem with that is if you don't consistently go to the same person, you end up like me, no brows. So you have to draw. You essentially got to draw it on. And then what would happen is every time I would go get my brows done, the person would like no longer work there. So it's like, okay, you done drove all this way, you might as well just, get it done. Oh, child, no. But thank you for the likes, y'all. This is like my, I want to say, fifth live or whatever. So I'm not really familiar with how all this works. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring. So feel free to school me on TikTok lives. I never had this feature. And then, of course, the minute TikTok goes bye-bye, that's when they want to give it to me. Like, who playing with my feelings? Who playing with my motherfucking feelings? But in any event, there's a lot to learn. And then y'all, like, this app might go away again. Did y'all know that? I'm jumping from topic to topic, but this app might go away again. And I'm like a little bit distraught about it. Because ByteDance says that they don't want to sell. So I like the fact that we're able to save the lives. So I'll have this on my YouTube. But yeah, so I always wanted to be a celebrity makeup artist, and I couldn't wait for the day to like get that one artist like Cardi B, how she had her makeup artist for years. She put that girl on. This thing is dry, but for the most part, I like where we're at. We're gonna have to touch up the brows again, so I'm not like, too worried. I hope the vision that I have in my mind of how this is gonna look actually comes out that way. Fingers crossed. All right, we're moving on. We're gonna clean up the brows. I don't want a huge highlight. And I have a pimple under my eye, which is why this looks like that, which is very annoying. But in any event, I'm going to go in with the Forever Skin Correct by Miss Dior. She is that girl. Now, my fave of all time is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. Do not sleep on this. Ooh, look at how the primer sticks. Wow, it's amazing. Don't sleep on her. Amazing. But I want something more closer to my skin tone. But that is also going to give me a nice highlight. I'm going to go in with the Bedazzle Tool Golden Triangle Bold Concealer brush. This is what it looks like. Love her. It's taken enough product. And I don't use these products on my clients. I have separate stuff for them. But I'm going to clean up the brow and bring the concealer down to my eye, simply because I'm going to be putting eyeshadow on, and it'll serve as my base as well. Love that for me. So I was in HR for 11 years, and I left that industry simply because I was sick and tired of the riffs. Riffs is what they call reduction in force, i.e., you get let go. Your position has been eliminated. You're fired. It's just a kind way of saying we don't want you here. Your services are no longer needed. They told me that my position was being eliminated, but hired someone in said position. So there's that. And the reason why I have the concealer all over my eyelid is because I'm going to blend that out with this Tarte brush. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's double-edged. It serves as a base for the eyeshadow to go on, a primer, and any discoloration that I may have on my lids. And I love concealer because think of it as being an eraser. This pimple is going to work my everlasting nerve. Makes it look like, all right, there we go. So I decided to go into the insurance industry simply because I still want to help people. And that was like the way to do it. One thing I loved about HR was the employee relations aspect of it all, because doing investigations, I love that. And insurance, same thing, same concept. All right, I am going to set my brows and the concealer with Huda Beauty translucent powder. This is in Sugar Cookie. I do bake my brows, y'all. Definitely bake my brows. I'm gonna look crazy, but we gotta trust the process. We're trusting the process. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the first eyeshadow, and we're doing a Valentine's Day-esque look. We're using pinks, oranges, and purple. I'm trying to remember how she had it. We'll use a base. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty blush. Do I want to use that, or do I want to use the one size? This is in Cheek Clapper. That's hilarious. They have base on there as well. Which one do I want to use? I think I'm gonna go in with Rare Beauty. This color is in Happy. That's what she looks like. I'm gonna use that as my base on my lid. What brush do I want to use? I got this little like holder from Amazon because it also serves as like a dust protector. I'm going to go in by blending the color that I'm going to put on my lid with the Bedazzle Tool Golden Triangle blending brush. That's what she looks like. I'm just going to add a little dot to the eyes. And I bake my brows, y'all, simply because I'm oily. And when we start setting my face and all that, I have hooded eyes too. When I start setting my face, it literally will go everywhere. This will serve as a base. I chose this because you can barely see, which is very annoying. Barely see the color, but that's good. We're going to use the colors pink, orange, and yellow. Do I have orange? I think I do. All right, we're going to do this side. I could have used the Danessa Myricks, but the Danessa Myricks pigment is hella pigmented, and I want something light. And I'm not really placing the product like in a particular way. I'm just kind of out. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with, I'm thinking about using the Warrior 2, Warrior 3 by Juvia's. These are the colors that are in here. So I'm definitely gonna use this pink, and I'm definitely gonna use this yellow. And another Juvia's palette. I'm gonna go orange from here. There's another pink color. I might think about using this one. This is the Culture palette. Might go on with this pink too. I do have this pink moment. Definitely gonna use this orange. And there's another yellow. Might use that as well. First color I'm gonna go in with is the yellow. Hold on. Why are we falling? I have my work. It don't even matter. So yeah, y'all. Started my career in HR 11 years ago, and you move, you grow up, or whatever in said career. And I knew instantly I didn't want to be a VP of anything. Those people don't have lives. All right, we're starting off with yellow. We're gonna go in with this baby. I'm gonna just spray this cup nice. All right, here's the moment. Tap the excess off. Just gonna pack that into the inner corner and blend that in. And I have hooded eyes, so I do have to be careful. Just gonna pack that color in. kind of up to my crease area like that. I'm gonna do the other eye. Thanks for the follow. I'm gonna follow you back, girl, as soon as I'm done. Do that. And the reason why I didn't want to be a VP of HR is because one day my mom came in crying. She's like, the CEO made me cry. What, girl? Excuse me? The CEO made you cry. It's not funny, but it is. And I get how, like, you know, at work, things can be tense AF. I mean, I ain't got to tell y'all that, but I had an assistant ACNO, and that is Assistant Chief Nursing Officer. This lady tried to get me fired so many times. And y'all, I'm from Miami, Florida. I was at the time in Nashville, Tennessee to be exact. So, for all my people that know, this lady tried to like get fired oh so many times. But CEO that literally made my VP cry, and this was, I think, how many years was I there? I think I was there for like 2 years, and this was my second VP. So the VP that brought me there, she got herself fired. And the second VP, I knew she didn't like me, so it is what it is. I was kind of like, you know, she was on the inside, but the ACNO liked me and really wanted me gone. But the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, he was from Miami too. So we connected on that level. And so anything that I said, listen, he was there and he was listening to what I had to say because it was important. All right, so I'm gonna go in with, I want a more denser brush. I need to like get all my brushes. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what happened to my brushes. No, you know, this is the problem that I have. I'm like, I have brushes and I have plenty, and then I buy so many, and then I don't know what to do with it. No, we're gonna focus. All right, we're gonna go in with the pink color, and then we're gonna finish it off with the orange. So I'm gonna use this pink shade here to start off. It's very light, and I'm going in. Well, this brush has no name, so I mean, oh no, it's a Morphe R34 brush. I love Morphe. All right, we're going in. Make sure you always tap off the excess so you don't have any fallout. Though I didn't do my face yet, so there's that. And anytime I use colored, I always start off with my eyes first anyway. All right, so I'm going in with the pink. That is a pretty pink color. Okay. Now, what I should have done is blend out the excess product that I have on my lid because it kind of crease, but we're going to keep working. I don't like that. But anywho, like this lady came crying because I guess whatever meeting that they had, he was pressing her with some questions that she couldn't answer. So you had been making my life a living fucking hell. So I was happy. I'm like, girl, suck it up, buttercup. And y'all, I was the only person in that room. Okay. I mean, like, department was what we celebrating this month? What does it start with? I'm about to do the same thing again, y'all. Make sure you blend out any creases that have settled on your eye. The creases formed when I added the blush color. So in any event, that job was stressful. It was a very big hospital, and I had given all of the hard departments. They were like challenging of your critical care areas, and this was in healthcare. This is so pretty. Wow, I love how this is turning out. And notice how I'm just taking the color just a little bit into that yellow, just so we can have some. But that job was hard. So when I left that job, y'all, for me, and I'm probably giving my age up at this point, it was hard to get back into the job market. I don't know what was going on, but back then you could just literally like apply for a job, hear back from the recruiter, you're working. All right, so we're gonna go in with an orange color. I'm not gonna do that. Let me see if I have another orange that I want to use. That's too bright. I might do an orange from the Warrior 2 palette. I love Juvia's. Can you tell? I might start off with this as the base and then intensify it. This is the color in Zama. Not that I told y'all what the other colors were, so there's that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going in with the Bedellium Tool Tapered Blending Brush to put that on the outer corners and kind of like, I need a more like precise brush, but it is what it is. So in any event, being in HR ain't for the weak, but also being in the insurance industry ain't for the weak as well. In HR, there's so many pockets of HR that you can be in, like just a generalist. You have talent acquisition, you know, areas where you could maneuver, transition into. and still be under the same umbrella. Whereas insurance, it's that way too, based on, I guess, the need. You have flood, you have renters, you have fire, you have SIU, stuff like that. But the difference is, for me, I hated the fact that I would literally get comfortable and then it's like, oh, your position is being eliminated. And then when the pandemic hit, y'all, baby, your girl was really feeling it then. You pride yourself on being an upstanding citizen who pays their bills on time. I never not knew what it was not like to not pay my bills on time until I was not paying my bills on time. It was very annoying. I laugh now, but it was no laughing matter when I was going through it. And so I wanted an industry where I was able to, where I could guarantee job security. And for me in HR, being in the healthcare industry, I felt like I had that because it's in the healthcare industry, specifically in the hospital. People are always sick. People need to go to the doctor. And the people treating the individuals at the hospitals, well, they need HR. And HR is in every industry, whether you want to believe that or not. Even if you're a startup or whatever the case is, if you start having more than 5 employees, then you're going to need, even if it's not in-house, to consult someone when it comes to employee relations, labor laws, etc. I don't know how much you guys are in tune with the news, but like Peter, I forget his last name, but he was Cynthia's husband from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and he's in big trouble for not paying employer taxes. That's a tax situation, but you have employees. Ooh, this is turning out pretty. I like it. All right, I'm gonna go back to those same colors because we always want to retouch what we did so we don't lose the intensity. So in any event, I was like, insurance. And I would hear people all the time tell me like, that were already in there, like, it's not for the weak. They weren't lying. But it is so stressful, y'all, to the point where I hate it. And it's stressful because you have these individuals that are going through a traumatic experience and they're looking to you to solve their problems. The issue is you can possibly help them or not. However, people don't read their policies. It's annoying. Folks really don't read their policies and they get mad at you for telling them what their policy states. You're paying for this. Why don't you know what you have? It's not my fault. I'm just a messenger here. All right, I'm gonna go with a more intense pink just to bring that color out more. And one of the things that comes to mind all the time when these folks are like, well, they told me I was covered. They're gonna tell you anything to sell you a policy. These people gotta eat. So of course I'm gonna tell you you're covered. That means I get a sale. This is more like sunset vibes. And so I just be annoyed with folks. And it's like, why is it taking so long? Well, you haven't sent me your paperwork. And so I really went into the insurance industry because I wanted to be an independent adjuster. But with that, the storms weren't hitting like they were back then, where people could go out and make a ton of money just inspecting homes. And then when you really think about it, you want a big storm to hit, but that also means that someone's life is impacted and not in the best way. People lose loved ones. So you got to be very cognizant of what you still got to make a living. But I want to make sure I bring this orange color from. I love how this turned out. We got to blend some colors, but for the most part, I'm liking where we're headed. I want to make sure that when I do my contour, it's like a seamless transition. So I went into the insurance industry not really knowing what to anticipate, what to inspect. Lord, baby, I hate it. I ain't got no lie to tell. I ain't got no lie. I hate it. I really do, y'all. I ain't lying. So in any event, I want to start creating content around that to help folks decide, hey, is this really what I want to do? If it is, great. Let me help you. And it's not like I've been in it for a year, but I feel like I'm a subject matter expert. So I've been in the insurance industry for a year. And shout out to my mentor. Having a mentor really helps. It really helps. All right. I like how this turned out. So I am going to leave the eyes as such. I like it. We'll touch it up as we go. We're going to move on to the face. But first, let's do our liquid liner. You guys can't see this, but this is the liquid liner from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am obsessed with this liner because I'm an oily girl. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again. I have oily skin, and most products do not. They slip and slide. Hence why I have setting powder on my brows, because they're baking at this point. But this is what she looks like. And if the clock app goes away, I'll be on YouTube and Instagram, so y'all can find me there. I have some fallout, but we'll take care of that in a little bit. I'm gonna do a wing liner, but not a super big wing. I live for a wing. We gotta trust the process. I need the sharpest line ever. You embarrassing me in front of company. What's going on? All right, I love it. Let's do the other side, and then we move on to the face. All right, I'm hella quiet because I'm concentrating. Because I'm concentrating, girl. It's almost as if I stopped breathing too. But I love how this liner dries down matte. I love the felt tip. So, all right, Lord, that was intense. Felt like I wasn't breathing. See that little ridge? I don't like that. So we gonna fix it. That's what I love about makeup. You can't mess up. You can, but 8 times out of 10 you can recover. You just gotta be patient. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone because if it messes up, I'm gonna be pissed off. All right, we'll add mascara when we're done with the rest of the face. Now, let's move on. I have a little bit of a fallout. I'm just gonna take what's left on the sponge that I have and pack that in and then brush that away. See if that helps. Boom, as if it was never there. All right, y'all, I like to do underpainting, so let's go and work on the face. All right, so like I said, well, I don't know how Wolf's still here, but I'm gonna use the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer because I'm an oily girl. Even though I'm not going anywhere, I'm gonna use about this much. I'm just gonna put this where I get oily at. And I really get oily on my nose. And I realize I have to like flatten this primer out on my nose because when I go to do my contour, it be working my nerves. And then I have smile lines on my forehead, but I also get oily here, cheek area, pat that in, whatever's left on the other side. And then I'm going to use Max, the Prolong Wear paint pot. This is in the color ochre. Ochre. Oh, I don't know. Soft ochre. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to use my hands for it. Do I want to use my hand for it? I'm going to use my hand for it because I don't think I have a brush. Well, I do. I have a brush. This is what she looks like. This is the brush I'm using. This is also a Morphe brush, but I don't know what style of Morphe brush it is. I saw a makeup artist who does weddings. She used this technique to secure her bride's smile lines. And you can see I have them here. So I'm going to put that there because I crease a lot. And then the product sits there and I hate that. I'm not going to do a whole lot, but we're going to do enough. Look at my eyes. It's so pretty. Make sure we get them suckers. I'm going to use the other end of that Tarte brush that I showed earlier. Put this end. I'm just kind of stipple that in, buff it out if I need to. Paint pots, they dry quickly. Wait for me. Damn. Can't wait to do my nails, y'all. I cannot wait to do my nails. For the year, I always pick a theme. And I always pick, maybe I'm adding too much product. I don't want it to be patchy. But this is what this makeup artist did. So when her bride smiles for her pictures, there's no smile lines. It's perfect. It doesn't crease. And so I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty setting powder. This is in Sugar Cookie. I keep messing up my powder, the little net, and I'm getting makeup on it, and I don't like that. All right. So anyway, go ahead and set this in. And then she sets it with the setting powder. Don't let that bake. Looking crazy, but that's okay. We're going to trust the process. Then, because I'm oily, I am going to go in with the Danessa Myricks, the Yummy Skin. I'm in the shade 6. But instead of getting shades, she has a universal one. Get that. This is what it looks like. You can see I use it a lot. I like to use it to mute out all of the discoloration. Instead of going in with concealer, I use this. And this, even though this is a balm, it doubles down as a powder. I'm an oily girl, so these are my little tricks to keep my face as matte as possible. But I just add it all over to the face, pat that in. I use my finger because it'll melt the product. And then this, essentially, I have a crater on my face. What the hell? It's embarrassing me in front of company. But I love this. This is a nice go-to for an everyday look. you don't want to wear a foundation. I also love the Fenty Beauty. It looks nice already. Like a little blurred action. But I do have some hyperpigmentation, so I want to get rid of all of that. I don't really put this on my forehead much, so I'm already going to have product. So this is what she's giving. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to underpaint. If you don't know what underpainting is, underpainting is essentially highlighting and contouring the face. For the summer months, is what most people do. They underpaint because who has time for foundation? I love underpainting because you use less product, in my opinion. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Lancome Tint Idole. I did mention this earlier on the live. This is the lighter shade. This is the shade closest to me. So I'm gonna put this on the outer. This is gonna be on the inner. And I might go in, nah, ain't no might. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in medium sand. This is the lightest shade. That'll just be in the inner corners of my eye. Oh, I'm getting a headache and I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? I had a piece of gum earlier and I don't know what happened to it. Whatever. All right, let's continue, guys. Moisturize under my eye. For those that are still here, thank you for being here with me, hanging out. So happy. I think I'm going to do my nose first because that's the one that gives me problems a lot when I put the for my nose. I'm just going to use this Real Techniques. It's a double-ended brush. I'm going to use this side. It's not going to be perfect, but close enough. And because I'm so oily, I use a lot of powdered products. I use a lot of liquid products. So therefore I use a lot of products that are gonna mattify my skin. I like how this turned out. And make sure you guys, the key to a flawless base is skincare. I think I'll do a whole video about that. All right, let's blend this baby out before she starts sticking. We ain't got time for that. I like to do the chin, and then I like to do up here. You always want to pat. I don't necessarily wet my brush. Some people do. I don't like to do that. As long as there's no harsh lines, then I'm fine. I love this for me. Make sure you blend, y'all. Blend for your life. Same goes with your eyeshadows. If you don't want nothing else, blend for your life. Anywho, all right, y'all. So I transitioned to human resources to the insurance industry. I don't regret my decision, but I also don't like being in the insurance industry. I'm gonna wipe away the excess powder off of this because I don't want the concealer. Like, you guys, with HR, we're gonna go back on that topic. I feel like the managers, I think that was my biggest pet peeve. You have managers making six figures, upwards of 200K plus, that couldn't do their job and wanted me to do their job. And the thing is, I know people say, oh, HR, never trust HR. But listen, you can't even trust your managers. I was always for my people, but of course, you never have, it's not like that in every industry. It's not like that with everyone that is in HR. So I get it. It is what it is. It's a case by case basis, right? However, I was doing not only my job, but the manager's job. And I'm like, boundaries. No. Boundaries. All right, I'm gonna go back in with the lightest shade of the Lancome, and I'm also gonna pop the lighter shade from Tarte. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing the job of two people. Do your job. And the thing is, people are afraid of conflict and shit. Me too. But the difference is, they're paying me to do a job. They're paying you to do a job. So we have to do it. So it was essentially managing managers to make sure that they were managing their employees correctly, either managing them up or managing them out. Sorry, y'all, I got quiet. Concentrate. So make sure if you got a nose like mine, you get them inner corners. They will get you every single time. And notice too, when I'm bringing the concealer out and I'm patting it out, that I'm cleaning up the eyeshadow that was here. Not all the way, but just so it's seamless. All right, I like this. And so I'm gonna go back in with the Danessa Myricks, the Yummy Bomb, just to cover this up so it's not as stark. We are gonna cover it up with the foundation. Oh man. So in any event, y'all, I say that a lot. In any event, insurance is the exact opposite. You're technically, your clients come to you, but you're really going to them. You get claims assigned to you, and you essentially have to reach out to the individual that was impacted to find out what their issue is, what the problem is, get as much detail as possible. And you're also reviewing their policy to see if they are, in fact, if they have coverage. Where's my contour shade? This is annoying. I think I went to Ulta to try to get contour shade. And these were the darkest colors that they've gotten, but this has glitter and it's more like a red base, where this is like true the darkest shade that they have, which I love. Go elf. But it's too cool. It's a little bit, it's a lot cooler than I need. And I'm gonna still use it anyway because I ain't got no choice at this point. So there's that. I'm gonna use this elf contouring brush. I'm using a lot of elf products. I love that for me. I got this from Target, but we're not going to Target no more. So this was my last purchase. But I'm gonna use the smallest amount because child bronzing and contour. And I like that it has little shimmers to it. This is what she looks like. This does kind of dry fast, so I'm gonna try to work quick. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do before we do that, y'all? I lied. Let's go in with the one side. Let's do the blush first. I'm gonna do my blush first. Now, this baby, I did this today, but she was falling apart. So I sprayed some alcohol in it and pat it down to put it together. And look what I did. I done wasted half of the, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, I'm going to go in with I don't even know what to call it. It's called Thirsty, but it's like a balm. The word escapes me. You know what I'm trying to say. Damn, that's a lot. Pick up that much. I didn't realize it was going to, wow, we're not going to use that much. Yikes. I'm gonna I would do this on the back of my hand, but I don't know how pigmented this is, so we're just gonna tap. And I like to smile when I do my concealer. We're just gonna tap. I'm gonna use the opposite end or not. I'm just gonna take this Real Techniques R200 and buff that out. These pinks don't be pinking the way I want them to. Maybe we don't want them pink like that. I look ashy as hell. It's okay. We're gonna trust the process. So this is something new that I'm trying. Putting on blush first and then doing the contouring after I've done my highlighting. All right, now we contour. And I'm just gonna use a little bit, y'all, because last time I used this, OMG. And we're gonna work in sections because OMG. You see how dark that is? But it's pretty though. All right, next side. Got that one. Come on now. Don't embarrass me in front of company. I feel like you have to layer this, but I'm satisfied with that. I'm gonna lay my baby hairs down. Look at my forehead. My forehead, Lord. We're not gonna talk about it. We watch and we don't judge. Here, I'm not worried about stippling. We're just gonna buff that in. Get as close to the hairline as possible. Kind of bring that to that highlighting shade, but I don't want to lose that. So I'm gonna go back in. And that's why I love makeup. You can't mess it up. I mean, you can, but you can't. We can always rebound. Look at that. I love it. I feel like this is more intense than here. So just a little bit. I might regret this later. And whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna just take it to my nose. All right, we're ready for foundation. I'm going to go and use the Prada. Does this have a name? It's called Prada Reveal. Oh, this has a term. There we go. Prada Reveal. I love this foundation. If you're an oily girl like me, you need this in your life. Now it retails for about $85 or $75. It's still expensive as hell. I'm gonna place this here. Pretty much all I'm using for now. Maybe a little bit more. I don't use a whole lot. It's one thing I've learned about doing makeup. A little goes a long way. You can build, but you can't take away. So always remember that. All right, so I am going to use the Sephora Foundation Pro Foundation brush in 70. What she looks like, it's very dense. A lot of people hate this brush, but I like it. Okay, she gives, in my opinion. I'm just gonna pop, 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 and then go to work. And if I need to add more, we'll add more. And then I stipple this. I don't necessarily rub it down. Whatever excess is on the brush is what I'm going in with the rest of my face. Now, when it comes to the bronzer and the contour and the highlight, I like to kind of marry the two. And don't forget your neck. Now, if you like what you see, wonderful. But I want more. So I'm just going for one more pump and essentially rinsing and repeating what I've done. And making sure I concentrate on those laugh lines. I'm not worried that the contour kind of went away. That's essentially the point of underpainting, in my opinion. And y'all, sometimes if your foundation, neck area, if it doesn't match your ears, make sure you cover your ears too. A little bit of product goes a long way. All right, so I'm gonna go in again with the Tint Idole Concealer and just a splash of the lighter color. And then we're gonna set the face. And sometimes the easiest way to blend out an area that has creased is just to add a tinge more product versus trying to like fix it. I'm gonna get that. I'm going to let that get tacky for a little bit while I prep my powders. And I'm using the same powder that I used to set my under eye that I did for my brows, which is the Huda Beauty. All right, we don't need that much. And then to set my face, oh shit, I didn't mean to curse. Did I? For my face, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish powder, the micro powder. And this is in tan. I'm in number 3. I love this stuff. Oh my God, everything. All right, let's go ahead and buff this out. And I wanted more product to bring to my nose, or at least the sides of it. Then we're gonna take our Velour puff and we are going to set, baby. Press that baby in. My eyes tend to crease a whole lot. Sure, you blend that liquid out so when you set, it's not setting into the fine lines. I don't know, I was trying to be demure. All right, so now I need to get this baby into, this is what she looks like, her actual packaging, because I do have packaging for her. I've just been lazy, y'all. But we're not being lazy in 2025 no more. We're not doing that. Let's go ahead and set the rest of the face. I like to press the powder all up in there. Get in there, get in there. Who be saying that? Amigos? Get in there, get in there. Don't be shy. All right. Press that in. You feel good about it? Wonderful. And then we inspect. All right. I'm loving it. I have like pink colored lights, so it's probably what you're seeing, like it's pink. Thought that they would, never mind. Anywho, we moving right along, child. We're gonna move right along. Okay. All right. So now I want to do under the eyes. So I'm going to take this brush and I think we're gonna do, I think I want to do the orange. I think I'm gonna go in with this orange just to tie everything in since we have that in our crease. Well, we don't have this specific color in our crease color, but, and the reason why I want to do under the eye now is because I do have the setting powder underneath. And if there's any fallout, like you're seeing here, look at this. It's terrible. I love color eyeshadow, but the fallout be working my nerves. All right. You guys, I do not like to put anything in my waterline. And I know I should, but I'm not. I hate it. I will never. I always tell my clients, like, look, hey, if you want product in your waterline, I'm more than happy to do it for you, but I ain't doing it. There is this look that I am going to come on live to do. It's like a Beyonce inspired look, but I have to like record the product itself by itself before I can use it. But I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. So anywho, these people are coming to you because they have an issue and they've been paying their policy for God knows how long. They've never had to use it, and finally they have to use it. And it's never because when you have to use your insurance policy, it's never because like, oh, you know, it's something good. No, it's usually something terrible that happens, and you have to use your you have to file a claim, especially if you want to recoup any funds for your loss. And that is not always fun because that is where a lot of people learn that the policy that they thought they had, oh, this is pretty, the policy that they thought they had, they don't really have it. I'm going back in with the Juvia's Warriors 2 palette. Not like I told you what color the other palette came from. This is the Warrior 3. The orange color came from here. That's when they learn, like, hey, you don't have coverage. And then I get the brunt of, they told me I was covered. But they told me I was, what do you mean? So I had this one guy, perfect story, yesterday. It was Friday. I was so thankful it was Friday, y'all, because a Negro was tired. And this man called. No, I had his claim open for a while. So I called him because we needed to complete what is called an initial contact call. And that is, think of it as like a screening call. So I ask all the questions, what happened, how did it happen, what did you do when it happened, etc. Well, homeboy, he answered all my questions. There was nothing wrong with that. But the things, and it was a theft, and the things that he lost or was stolen, he didn't lose it, because a loss is an actual thing in most people's policies. If you're in renters, it's not covered. I didn't tell y'all. And this is what I want to start educating people on, because a lot of people don't read their policy, and it shows. It then becomes my problem. How? Anywho, this man, most of the things that he lost, and I hate to say that it's not of value. It is, because it's his possession and it's his things that he worked for to get. However, it's not a whole lot. The value in itself isn't a whole lot, right? And most people, just like car insurance, there's a deductible, and they don't know that. So I essentially told this man, like, listen, based on what you just submitted, as far as what was lost, what was stolen, rather, it may be under deductible. And this man went clean off on me. It's not funny. I'm getting a headache. I'm gonna lay down my edges too, y'all. Don't cover me. But he went clean off on your girl, and it took everything not to go off back. And you can't go off on these people because, again, they're going through something traumatic. As insignificant as it may be to me, it's not to them, and I do understand that. And so I'm like, look, and the reason why I told him that it might be under deductible is because the value of his things, the quantity, the amount. And then you have this wonderful word called depreciation. Most people don't know, per policy, just depending on what vendor you're with, they factor in depreciation for your items. And people think depreciation is simply for cars. Contraire, my friend, it is not. And so that man went clean off on me. And I'm like, you know what? First of all, I don't need this kind of abuse. I don't need this. Ooh, child. Anyway, let's wipe off this excess powder on my face. Love this for me. I'm just taking the excess powder, setting powder that I had, because I do have some fallout and I don't want that sticking. And setting powder, y'all, can act like an eraser sometimes too if you overdid it. All right, let's contour. All right, we did that. I'm going to go back into the Warrior 2 palette. I love, even though this is eyeshadow, which is why I love makeup, you can never go wrong with using anything. Even though this is eyeshadow, I don't know what the hell I did with my, I found it. But I'm still going to contour with this shade right here. This is in Beauties. Not that I told you what the other colors were, so there's that. I'm also going to contour with, everything's Juvia's Place. I love this for me. The Bronzy in Tan. I'm actually going to go in with this palette first, use these two colors, and then finish with the eyeshadow. Chef's kiss. I'm also going to go in with, oh Lord, this almost scared me. This is the blusher. We're not going to use that yet. The Bedellium Tools 944 Tapered Contour Brush. This is what she looks like to contour. Gonna use this first, a little bit of that, mix some more of that. Always tap off the excess. So this man like cuts me clean out, y'all. I like to smile when I do my contour. So I was like, you know what, sir? He was like, let me talk to your manager. By all means. And you know what I love when they say that? I barely have time to talk to my insurance. Let's start there. You want to complain to my manager? What do you think he's gonna do? It's my claim. That's what people fail to understand. It's my claim. And so the thing is, it's always important to let them know, like, hey, this is what you can anticipate or expect for your policy. This is what it says. And what you're claiming may not even amount to anything. And if it does, I had a claim that amounted to $15. That man also cussed me clean out. He was like, and at the end, after cussing me out, I feel like it's just verbal abuse. After cussing me out, he was like, I know it's not you. So why are you coming at me? Anywho, the first guy, he was like, I want to talk to your supervisor. Here's his name, and here's his phone number, and here's his extension. Because I ain't got time. Get off my line, please. Anything to get you off my line. And I was trying to help him. Look, and his I guess the biggest thing for him was, like, you're asking me to go get receipts. And I'm like, look, if you want exact value for your items, and please, for the love of God, everybody, or whoever you pray to or whatever, keep your receipts. Some vendors are supposed to hang on to your receipts or whatever. Just take a screenshot, send it to your email, and save it somewhere. Put it on the cloud, because it will save you in the long run if anything happens. And stop putting stuff in your car. This is the content that I want to push out, is just to educate people on what not to do and what to expect when you're filing a claim. Because a lot of people don't know, simply because you don't read your policy. Lord Christ. And I get it. A lot of the language that's in there, you don't understand. It doesn't make sense. And I guess the biggest key takeaway here, y'all, is your policy may very well give you coverage. And you're like, oh, I'm covered. And that could be on page 3 where it states, oh, you're covered if this happens. So let's use theft. you're covered if theft happens. So you experience theft, but essentially there's another area, more so down page 5, 6, 7, 8, where it says, yes, you're covered by theft, but if you cannot explain to me how you lost your item by theft, you're not covered. I'm going in with the third shade, contour shade. Y'all, I don't have a filter on. There's no filter on. So I love how I'm looking. I toot my own horn. Toot toot. I usually like to keep this right here. And so it's like it would behoove you to keep your receipts. And then you need a police report, which they don't tell you that. Well, where does it say that in my policy? They'll say, well, if you refer to page 5, it says it right there. But most people won't sit there and read their policy. See how I did that there? Love that for me. And with the age and day that we're in now with all of this AI technology, I'm not saying, hey, go sit down and read 15, or sometimes those policies are 55 pages long. Girl, if you don't download that file, upload it to ChatGPT and ask it to give it to you in layman's terms so you understand exactly what you have or don't have, when you file a claim, it's no surprise. There's this guy, I think his name is Danny. I've been on his and he uses that. Oh, there go my gum. He uses the sound surprise. Get off my line. Go call my manager, because the only thing my manager's gonna do is he's gonna be like, look, I got this voicemail. I need you to call this insured back. Call him back and explain to. That's what happens. They don't want to deal with the insureds. They got other stuff that they're worried about. They don't want to deal with us. All right, y'all. Mascara. I'm going to go in with the Ami Coley. I don't know, but I'm in love with this. Actually, you know what? I lied. We are going to set the face. I'm happy with where we're at. Though I do need to put blush on. I almost forgot. Rambling. But you see how I get excited? Because these people, bro, if you only knew. Realize why I didn't really like it. It's a pale pink. I don't want to use that. So we're going to go in with a Duda right here. A little blushy pink moment. I might mix her with this that we used on the lid. I don't want a whole lot. I'm going in with the Golden Triangle 960 Precision Brush from Medallion Tools. Love this stuff. Get you some on Amazon. They're on the pricey side, but they are worth everything. Do a little splash of the little highlighter pink. But most of the managers, that's what they do. They punt it back to us, which I can't stand. How pretty is that? I love that I mix those two. And the reason why I started doing the liquid blush, and we're going back to makeup, the liquid blush first and then the contour, it just so that it doesn't muddy it. And I forgot what beauty makeup girly that I saw that from, but I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that. But it is a moment. So you see the difference. And it's like one sits on top of the other one, which I love. I'm here for this moment. I usually put, you can see the intensity under my eye. All right, so let's set the face. I'm gonna go in with my holy grails, which is none other than Miss Tilbury herself, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Love her. I'm an oily girl, but this here, everything. After I do that, I'm gonna fan myself down using this fan that I got from Amazon. I'm also gonna press everything in, and then I'm gonna go in with Baby Now Get You Some Crayolan, the fixing spray, holy grail of holy grails. OMG. If you don't want your makeup to budge, like Patrick Ta, who get you some Crayolan. Love this stuff. But I was just kidding. Lastly, we're gonna add Patrick Ta's Till Dawn, because this stuff too is bomb. But this first, and then I will be done with setting my face, and then we can do mascara and lashes and lips, and then we'll be done. All right, here we go. And the reason why I'm not putting mascara on, because I do have lines under my eyes. Anytime I'm like, it tends to run and it messes up my stuff, and I'll be pissed. So I'm not doing that. I ain't doing it. I've learned to do it like after. All right, here we go. Stop yapping. And I douse my face. So I have some powder, I think. But remember, I was talking to you guys about my brows. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to like really contour my nose. You can't forget that. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's hurry up and do that. Oh, my eyes are watering. See? I'm happy I waited. It's the air. This always happens. Surprise, surprise. Nah, that song stuck in my head. So yeah, so these managers don't want to deal with y'all either. I'm just being honest. Don't shoot the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger. My eyes are running, y'all. I'm trying to figure out why this happens so I can stop it. It's very annoying because it messes up my makeup. It's probably all the powder, but it really pisses me off. This happens. And It's the fan. It has to be the fan. Go in with the Kryolan. Love that for me. Again, see how it brings like life back into my face? Oh, I love. This one tends to get a little sticky. Then the finale. Why is this not coming out? That's so pretty. All right. Down. We did it. Look at me. Look at me. Just have to put it back. If not, I will lose it. All right. So now we're going to go in and put our lashes and mascara and lips, and we're done. I love this so much. Ooh, happy Valentine's Day, guys. So for the lashes, I am using my brand lashes, which is Glamour by Ness, and this style is in Miami. I love her. She is a moment. And shout out to the hometown. Well, the name is right here. You can barely see it, but you see it. And if you are interested in purchasing Miss Miami, I did pin it to the lab, but I love her. So I'm gonna prep the lashes and then put mascara on. I used this in my last photo shoot, which I did a Valentine's Day photo shoot. Very proud. I'll be editing some content for that and posting it probably today. If not today, then tomorrow. So I'm using the super strong waterproof adhesive. This is by Envy. Y'all see what I'm doing. Gonna let that get tacky a little bit. I'm gonna pop her on. Listen, don't work my nerves. Don't do that. She is a moment. And you'll see. Right when I pop her on. I love Miss Miami. So essentially, guys, my quest is to, teach others, warn others about what they're actually getting into when you get into insurance as an adjuster, because it is not for the weak. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Max Cork lip liner, a fave of mine. Can't really do a whole lot of talking, so please excuse me. And what I love to do, and what you should do too, you want to buff out the edges of your lip liner. So I'm going in with this Morphe LC1. This is when they partnered with Lucky Charms, the cereal. And I'm just gonna buff that out. This allows you to also see like, oh, I need to line my lips more this way or that way. I see a section, I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look even better. And then this video has become so long, but we're on live, so it's all right. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty, their lip glaze or gloss, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know. Gloss Bomb Stick. Okay. And this is in the color Glazed Donut. All right. A moment. This is my favorite lip combo. But I also love this color too. This shade is in Tulip Kiss. A moment, to the point where I legitimately have nothing left. Wait, we're going the opposite way. Like, this is all there's left of this one. Tell me you love a product without telling me you love a product. This is like a pinky nude. I love that for me. I am going to layer it though, because why just stop there? I mean, everything. This look is coming together more beautifully than I could have imagined. I'm going to go in with the Tarte Glossy Lip Paint to give me more of that nude effect. Oh, I love makeup. I love it so much. And if you feel like, oh, like too much, no one can see the lip liner, go back and add some more. Baby, I love this for me. I love this for me. Oh, this is so pretty. All right, so with the lashes, we are going to pop them in. They are tacky enough, in my opinion. Some areas need to be re-wet, so I'm just gonna do that. Make sure it will stick. So ain't nobody got time. I knew that would happen. That means I took too long. That means I took too long. Okay, I have a quick fix for that. This is always why you gotta stay ready so you won't have to get ready. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You embarrassing me in front of company? Like, what is that? They need to see me put my lashes in. Like, you tripping. All right, boom. We back. All right. I don't put lashes on hands. Tweezer. Oh, I didn't even put my mascara on. I did get some mascara on the bottom of that, but instead, because, and I have a lot of product on, so my lashes are gonna look, and boom, problem solved. Start in the center. I love thick. A moment. Wet that up. Love that for me. All right. This is happening on live. I'm on for a little bit. These lashes, I pop it down. Now, what I love about these lashes is that I was able to size them. It's like, up. All right, y'all. This is the final look. I'm so excited. Excited. I am going to put powder whiteness. That I'm gonna use all my brushes. We'll use the same brow brush. Just using the I don't want to be walking around like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair, take some pictures of this look page to the hairline, which I love for me. Oh yes, yeah, she is giving, honey. I'm here for all of it. But this is the final look, y'all. No filter. And if you feel, go ahead and push them babies in. She's secure. She's a moment. Gosh, I'm really happy. Tell me what you think. I can't wait to meet you guys in I'll see you today, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe for more content, and I'll be coming with all of the adjuster content if you're interested in understanding your policy. Okay, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know, and it's nobody's fault. So I just want to be a solution to the problem. So, you guys, without further ado, I'm Ness of Glamour by Ness. I'm your favorite beauty adjuster. Bye. Maybe I should do. Yeah, I'll save the filters for when I come on live again. So, listen to me. Just these lashes linked in this live. Bye.